What you guys say?
Hey guys, my name is Dion. I'm the co-chair of Present Pub, and I'm the creator of the podcast Keep That Same Energy. You can find it on SoundCloud under NAACP 6812. We had 3 episodes in. This is our 4th episode, and it's a very special episode. I really appreciate you guys for just coming out and just showing up. This podcast is not any kind of podcast. This is a real honest conversation about different issues. I mean, we just talk about black stuff, everything black. So it's black me black. So it's all good. Yeah, black y'all and black. But in all seriousness though, just don't hold nothing back. Don't be afraid to speak out. This is a chance to express yourself. You know, you don't have to be the smartest person in the room, and you don't have to be the most intellectual to still have a voice. You know, like this is so important. This is important for Nacogdoches in general. This is important for the world to see that we have a voice, that we are the future. So just be comfortable, be yourself, be honest, be real, and you know, you don't have to raise your hand to answer the question. You can just talk. You know, that's all we're here to do is just talk. So I appreciate you guys so much for coming out, and let's just start the show, man. Woo!
I'm Robin Branch, and I'm going to be your host for today's episode of Keep That Same Energy. Formulate this myself. So, do you believe that there is man-bashing or misandry within the black community, especially towards the whole niggas ain't shit trend?
Yeah.
And also, the ways we can combat that.
Man, okay, I'm so tired. Okay. For the black community, I just want to say I don't know what the fuck wrong with this. Keep that up. Okay, for real. Okay, look.
Keep that same energy.
You know, like black people, we already have enough issues going on in the world against us, and it's a lot of issues within our own selves. Now, I will say, okay, statistically, more women are having babies by themselves. You know, black people, we already a fucking minority, and we more than half in the fucking prison population. So it's crazy to see just like, even on the outside, okay, because like today, right? Answer this question. Is it gay if a male, it's stupid, is it gay if a male posts a picture using a Snapchat filter? No, it's not. But for some reason, in the black community, females, and I don't know what the fuck, they say, oh, it is. Like, for some reason, black men can't just
Be black men.
be black men no more. It's like everything we do is an issue. It's an issue. Everything we do is gay. Oh, you slept weird. Are you gay? Like what? I don't know. It's crazy.
I feel like sorry. 2 things. One, I feel like homophobia is reinforced by black men more so than it is by black women, because black women are like, it's black men, rappers and stuff that are homophobic. Because for the most part, black women are not homophobic. And then secondly, we still live in a patriarchal society. Men still have benefits over women, and black men still have benefits and pay benefits and positions of power and all of that stuff over black women. So to say like, you talked about us, like we just talked about this man. All these black women in the room just went hard for that man that said he didn't like dark-skinned women. And we hear this stuff every day. So the same way that y'all are like, oh, well, y'all always so hard on us, like, dang, like, I'm short, dark, and fat, and I'm not a lot of black men's preference, but I'm not here whining about it. That's just how I feel right now.
People don't have their own
Can I
preference, right?
interject real quick? The question, I believe, was about... I mean, I understand where you're going, but to answer her question,
What was the question?
I do think that we have a problem with this whole, you know, niggas ain't shit.
Yeah.
I think that's it's not cool. However, I will say that the men who do bash black women in the process of liking other types of women ain't shit. So, but y'all taking pictures with Snapchat filters. I mean, we be telling y'all cute, so like, I don't see where y'all.
They're really just trying to see if you be having sex with them.
I feel like the niggas ain't shit. It goes with both parts because yeah, the niggas be playing games, but the females be letting them play the games on them. I just feel like that it's not always the niggas, it's not always the females.
Because females
It's
do
the
stuff
both.
too.
Yeah, not like both play parts.
If you don't want to be called ain't shit, then be shit.
So I'm going to reiterate the question. Oh.
What are the qualifications for being
Not having a job.
Y'all get sex.
Not wanting a job. Not wanting a job. Having a baby mama that you don't take care of.
Before we...
I'm going to reiterate the question real quick. Do you guys think there is misandry slash man bashing within the black community, especially towards the whole niggas ain't shit trend? And to answer your question, I think that there's a difference between niggas and men. We shouldn't be saying anybody want to be
So, I just want to say, personally, I come across, we all come across bitches. But one thing I've noticed is that we tend to slap that label on everybody, and I do think it's wrong because if the roles were reversed, you know how you'd be like, dang, why you gotta call us out?
But they know whether or not.
Yeah, they do. They do, but the thing is, the ones that are doing it, they put up a bad rep for the rest of the black men that are good. Just like, black men, they're quick to say like, oh, she loud, she this, she that. It's like if you use that one black woman as the, mascot for all black women, then you're missing out. And it's, it's vice versa. So I do think that, man bashing is prevalent in the black community. I think that it stems from the fact that, a lot of our men tend to go to jail because of petty crimes. I think that we've grown in a society where black men are not always in the household. So I think that's where that stems from. Because young girls and young boys, they grow up without their parents, without their fathers, and it just stems from that. So we automatically think like, oh, all men are just like my father that wasn't here, not knowing, the background.
I'm going to let Star talk first.
Thank you. This is not so much as to what Michaela had to say. This was a comment to what what's your name? Kim had to say. I think Bryson Tiller said, girl, he only fucked you up because you let him. So, with that being said, if you're a woman who keeps coming in, I'm like, no disrespect, but if you're a woman who keeps coming into contact with ain't shit niggas, are you an ain't shit woman?
Honestly, bro, if we ain't shit to you, it's because you probably ain't got shit off the. I'm gonna keep going. That's probably too. That's true too.
Yeah, boy, show is hard to talk about. Real quick, I wanted to say that you got to be real careful with questions like these and hashtags like this because it's meant to divide you in the first place, and you allow it to divide you. Recognize that these are individuals. These do not represent the whole that someone else said. And not only that, when you bring up fathers and people who ain't,
Say it, bro.
I know, I'm all right. People who ain't that. Let's take for an example a father who's missing in the household. Because whatever his reasons may be, he's not in your life. At some point in time, you may have been angry at him, but as you grew older, you began to feel sorry for him because you realized that he fell into a system and now he's a stereotype. And you should feel the same way about these people who aren't angry and don't care about your feelings or don't care about anyone else's feelings. You really should feel sorry for them and hope they get help before they start doing it to other people, and then the process continues, and then there's more bashing on men and there's more bashing on women. That's all I had to say. At the end of the day, black people got to stick together. That's your strongest ally, is the person sitting next to you.
That's all I say that's interesting.
Okay. All I want to say is, for the guys in the room, if you know that you're not, if you know you are
Don't fall under that category.
Well, then why are you mad that there's a hashtag about it? Like Josh was saying, just like don't fall into that. If you know that you were doing what's right, I mean, you know, just try to combat that. Start a new hashtag. I mean, what y'all want? What kind of hashtag y'all want?
Black men.
This is kind of a positive way to look at it, and don't get me wrong. So my little brother, he's a 21-year-old black male, and he's like, you know, making it through life. And my mom kind of tells him like, you still working at Jimmy John's? You do this, like, but that is kind of like, yeah, I'm not saying the delivery is correct, but it's because she wants him to do better. It's because that she sees that he can be more than what he is right now. So a lot of the times when, like, if I tell like my brother, I don't tell my brother that he's not shit. But if I tell like a black man like, like, why you doing this? Like, why you doing that? Why you selling drugs? It's because I feel like he can do better and he can reach his maximum potential.
Delivery is everything. You know, you can't just be coming with somebody talking about, look, you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing, because that's hurtful, and that's gonna make somebody shut down. I don't think, like, if you really want somebody to, if you really want to edify your brother, if you really want to edify your sister, you're gonna lift her up rather than push them down. Maybe focus on their strengths and how they can use those strengths to get bigger, rather than being like, oh, you're doing this wrong.
Going off of what Joshua said, I believe that we need to be careful not to demean our black men. I know I've been guilty of saying that phrase before, but anyway, I've really been trying to refrain from saying that, especially when I know that black women aren't a black piece in America, but so are black men. And us demeaning them and enforcing those stereotypes, we're just feeding into the white supremacist agenda. So we really need to be careful of not saying things like that.
We gotta be careful who's listening. When there's other people around that don't look like us, and we say things like that, it makes them think it's okay to say that about us. And that's just, it's just working in opposition of what we're trying to do. We're trying to show them that, hey, we're together, but we're allowing a stupid hashtag on Twitter to divide us. And it's like, what's the point?
Like, what they gonna be thinking next door?
So moving into the next question, what are some signs of a toxic relationship?
Oh, I got you. Hey.
Okay, who wants to go first? Michaela?
Everybody say one.
Respect. Oh.
Somebody.
Everybody say one.
Okay.
All right.
Personally, I believe that some of the biggest signs of a toxic relationship, first and foremost, if ever you get a twinge of feeling like I'm giving more than I'm getting, that's number one. Because, you know, your gut never lies. Like, honestly, your intuition never lies. Like, if you feel some type of way, it's for a reason. I also believe that just lack of communication, like, if you can't talk to the person, how can you have a healthy and, you know, a growing and positive relationship? Like, if you can't even communicate how you feel.
I don't know if y'all can hear me, but from my personal aspect, it's all within God. Y'all have to know something within each other. Y'all have to have a goal with God and yourself. So that's the only reason why some folks don't work.
I'm against the odds of that. But I'm saying, so pretty much like everybody has different needs and wants, and everybody has different goals in a relationship and all of that stuff. So whatever works for you, cool. If you know it ain't working, shit ain't working. That's all it is. Everybody different. There is no perfect relationship or, hey, you should do this. Everybody got something different. What I like, y'all ain't gonna like the whatever. So, yeah.
I wasn't really listening too much, so I don't know if anybody mentioned this, but if you're not growing in the relationship, I think that's a good sign.
I feel.
I was gonna say when they don't encourage you to do the things that you desire, when they are, if anything, discouraging you from your goals, your aspirations, your drives, telling you that you cannot, you will not be successful in the things that you're passionate about, that is extremely toxic. Leave, run for the hills. Don't look back. Don't take the like $200.
For me,
sorry. No, DeMarcus.
y'all are not learning and doing the 4 L's, that is a toxic relationship. I'm just saying that right there. The 4 L's is love, learn, lead, and live. I'm gonna just say that.
When they cheat on you, that's toxic, girl. He won't give you a title, girl. That's toxic.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, I think we're missing a big point, because like a relationship still can go well, but once you hit that plateau and nothing you can do can fix it, you also need to realize that you were just a stepping stone. Like God put you in that path to like help each other grow to a certain point, but it wasn't for you. It wasn't meant to be.
I also think that
Calling around.
Where's my show? I can cancel this right now.
I think.
We can talk if you take the cameras away.
All right. One of the main things is when your happiness is purely dependent upon their happiness. Is when it becomes toxic. Oh really? Thanks.
This is like kind of random, but you know how Will Smith been having those philosophies or whatever? Nobody can make you happy. Nobody on this earth can make you happy except like maybe Jesus Christ. He can give you joy or something like that. So if you're coming into a relationship and you're not happy with yourself, you're not happy with your mind, your body, your spirit, nothing they can do can make you happy. They can be the perfect gentleman, do everything right, have sex with you the way you like, and you still gonna be unhappy because you're unhappy within yourself. So never enter a relationship thinking this person is gonna make me happy.
I just want to ask that because back to the happiness thing, because I believe that you should come, like she said already, with your own peace, your joy, and your happiness. That person is supposed to add to it, not create it. You know, and another thing to me, a big thing is like when you have to dim your light. Like if you're like on your shit, you handling your business and stuff, but you can't share those successes and those accomplishments because they feel like, inferior and they can't encourage you or support you. That's a big one. And the last one for me would be like gaslighting and being manipulative. Like relationships have problems. You get through them, you gotta thug it out. But when you sit down with someone and instead of them taking accountability and ownership, they flip it on you. Like if you didn't do that, I wouldn't have did. Gaslighting and manipulation is like a big one.
Anybody else?
I just have one more thing. You should get somebody who actually knows who they are, not trying to figure out it, because that's toxic. I've been there before. You gotta know who the fuck you is. You gotta know who you is, for real. They gonna go in the pool, I'm telling you.
So we're gonna go into the last question. Who do you think is the most talented black person in our generation as of right now?
You.
Beyonce.
Did y'all not see that Coachella performance? Like the
No, that is true.
Come on now. Y'all know Beyonce slayed that performance.
I like Yara. Yara.
I'm just watching Black History.
Barack Obama, he was the president.
I mean, the most talented.
All right,
I'm gonna go on the limb. I wasn't going to talk, but obviously, I'm gonna take from a personal experience. So I did stay up to watch that Coachella performance, like I really did. And at first, beforehand, I know Beyonce was great. I wasn't a fan of Beyonce overall. I like some of her songs, obviously, but I wasn't like, oh my God, yes, Beehive, all that, no, right? But at that performance, like, the time, the effort, what she put into that performance, like, coming back from, like, having kids, like, she was supposed to do this last year. Like, and for her to come back and do this, like, Destiny's Child, Jay coming out for, like, 2 minutes, even then, I fainted when Jay came out, because I'm a big Jay fan. But even then, like, her performance overall, like, I haven't seen nothing like this since, like, almost Michael, damn near. Like, she is the greatest performer, the greatest overall talent of our generation. To be able to sing, dance, put on a show, she's damn near made her own college. Like, that's unreal. You have people like Michael Jackson, you have people like Prince, you have people like James Brown, you have people like Beyonce. These are people that are like once in a generation. Like, there will never be another Beyonce. We'll have to wait 30, 40 years for another one.
So we're gonna go with a singer and a dancer over an activist or.
Well, I'm saying most
and I'm not coming for Beyonce. I'm not coming for Beyonce.
She's in the hot.
I'm just saying.
The question
we going with the entertainer over an inventor over someone providing health care?
So do you have somebody in mind?
I'm just asking.
I'm just wondering.
Barack Obama? Oh no, I'm just asking.
She works with
Wait, I'm gonna back you up, dog.
All right, Joshua.
Beyonce is kind of an activist, though.
I'm not saying that she wasn't.
That formation.
She was just checking. She was just checking.
No, I'm not coming for it. I was just saying.
If you gonna propose the question, I'm just assuming you would know someone other than Beyonce that that is talented.
Barack Obama.
Yeah, you can say that too. That's easy though.
I can say LeBron James.
Come on. But that's okay.
I'm so glad y'all gave me the floor.
Respect.
Got that on camera, but no, I think, brother, somebody who got Beyonce beat, Lil Pump. I'm just playing. In all seriousness, I think, and this is gonna sound so Joshua Roy, so cliche, but literally the most, real talk, the most talented people I know is everybody I encounter who's still, persevering through life. It's a lot of people with mental issues and everything like that, Beyonce included. And Jay-Z and all those higher ups, they got the same issues that you going through. They ain't no different than you. You know what I'm saying? But I know somebody can give a real answer and say like.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm glad you said that because I'm like, do we have to pick a celebrity? Like, I love music and all that, I love art, but I don't really idolize and like really be like huge fans. So I'm glad you said that because I feel like the people I encounter on a daily basis, but I get what y'all saying.
Here's the thing, I'm not saying that you can't include those celebrities, but I ain't gonna say someone like, I'm not gonna be like, yo, I'm the most talented person, even though I feel like I am the most talented person. But I'm not gonna say that, because like, I would still give everybody their props. Everybody here is talented. Michaela's talented. Joshua's talented. All you guys are talent. But, it's your opinion. Who do you think is the most talented black person in our generation? To me, it's Donald Glover, just because. But it's Donald Glover, just because. But I'm just saying, like, it's in your opinion, who is the most talented person, not who stands up for us the most. I know who stands up for us the most, but that's just saying.
Yeah, I wasn't
Who's the most talented black person of our generation?
Well, I was just listening to y'all talking. We was saying activists. We haven't gave one name of an activist yet. And personally, I can't give one because I don't know one. This is our generation. But to give you a serious answer, what I was gonna say, I was gonna give two people. One, LeBron James. Second, I'm actually gonna point out Migos, man, because that's a great successful story. I started from the band, and now they're the most successful group outside Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? In the world.
But they doing drugs. They're breaking the whole law.
So because I had to do what I had to do then. Cardi B.
I know it's so successful.
Cardi B. So what you say if Beyonce got family members that are drug dealers? You want to denounce Beyonce?
No, she's not doing the drugs in her video, though.
We don't know yet.
Beyonce did that.
But did she do that for video? But do she make 5-year-olds want to light up? Do they make 5-year-olds want to light up?
Ghetto badass.
I don't know what's going on.
Little baby kid.
Little baby kids be wanting to light up their amigos. I'm just saying.
That's their parents' money.
Yo, Trent,
I think the most talented person of our generation is Jamie Foxx. You gotta think about it. Jamie Foxx, he started off on Living Color, and he's an actor, man, dude can sing, write. If y'all got the time, bro, watch his first stand-up, and he did like a whole set where he did a whole comedy sketch and sat down, did the piano. It's great, bro. He said he what?
He got a white girl.
He got a movie.
A white girl.
I don't know if you've heard of Philip Agnew, a.k.a. Umi Salah, founder of the Dream Defenders. He's 32 years old. When the Trayvon Martin case hit, he quit his 6-figure income job, left his beautiful mansion in Charlotte, North Carolina, to live in the panhandle of Florida and fight for social justice. And he was y'all's age, and he was young, he was in his 20s at the time. And he gave him everything to just do that full time and to make little to no money whatsoever. He speaks all over the world about social justice. If you Google Philip Agnew or Umi Salah under either name, you will see the most talented activist of your generation. He has absolutely made a difference. He's amazing. He's marched all over the world, fought for all kinds of rights. He was at Ferguson. He was at the Charlotte riots. He's working to help change the stand your ground laws. I think that may have passed in Florida. He led that initiative. He led sit-ins and boycotts. He's been referred to as the Martin Luther King Jr. of this generation.
Wow.
He's an alpha. Not that makes a difference, but it doesn't hurt. And he's amazing. And he's really given up all his work to fight for those rights. And so I think that if you Google him and you recognize who he is, you feel motivated and inspired. I'm actually thinking about inviting him here to speak so that you can see him up close and personal.
Thank you.
He spoke at the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington in Washington, D.C., personally asked by the King family to come because he reminds them so much of their father. You really should know Philip Agnew.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So, on that note, we're going to close it out. So, thanks for coming and joining us on this episode of Keep That Same Energy. I hope y'all listen to the podcast and listen to the previous ones and this one as well. And good night, y'all.
All right.
We're going to do
Thank you guys for coming out.